Go.
Let's go. Yep. Good morning. My name is Michelle.
I'm Manlang.
I'm Taganish.
I'm Saudi.
I'm Bisong.
And we are going to give you a short talk on sexual abuse. How much sexual victimisation is there in New Zealand? Does anyone know?
Yes. What percent?
7, 8?
Less than?
50%.
Bit lower?
45.
Bit lower?
30%.
20%. 8.
0%.
3%. Oh, nearly. 2%.
2%.
2.1%.
Of adults
Yes, that's the
experience
decrease than before.
one or more sexual offences in 2013 in New Zealand. Now, women or men were more likely to have experienced sexual abuse. Does anyone know? Was it women or men?
Yes.
Woman.
Yes.
Right.
The definition of sexual abuse. Sexual abuse is abuse of sexual behaviour by one person upon another. It is often perpetrated using force or by taking advantage of another. The term also covers any behaviour by an adult or older adolescents towards a child to stimulate any of the involved sexually.
The factor that increase the vulnerability of someone to sexual abuse in the religious race is someone is had alcohol. After they drunk, they easy to get sexual abuse. Say the drug, and then after they take the drugs, we or pee, and then they're getting high, and they don't know how, they don't know what they're doing. They're easy to get sexual abuse. The early sexual intimation is the imitation, and some teenagers at school, they listen to their friend, and then they want to about the friend talking about the sexual, and they after they listen and they copy or they want to try, and then it's easy to get the sexual abuse. Exposure to sexually display in the media is nowadays some people they watching the TV look like the sex movie or naked. They from the TV or internet or Facebook, and they easy sometimes they easy to get sexual abuse. Relationship factor, family history, conflict, and violent, poor parent children relationship can have high risk of abuse. Yes, some family, the parent always fighting and they're busy to working, don't have time with the children, and the children they easy to go out with their friend and easy to get the sexual abuse. Community and societal factor. We community law against sexual violence perpetrator. Childhood sexual abuse. Stressful home environment. Some family look like they don't have enough food or money they give to the children, and the children easy to go out with their friend. Sometimes the man they give him some money or buy some stuff for them. They easy to get sexual abuse. Low self-esteem. Some children is not confident in themselves, easy to get the high risk of sexual abuse.
physical indicators of sexual abuse, such as difficulty in walking or sitting. This happen usually who has been violence by her man or injured himself. And the second one is falling, standing, or bleeding under clothing. And the woman who's losing their virginity or self-harm may happen bleeding or under clothing. And pain or itching in genital area is if the woman doesn't know who has she been sexual abused with, because if she doesn't know who the guy is, she's likely to feel itching in her genital area and bruising or bleeding in external genital vagina or anal area, urinary disease, especially in hair pains. And pregnancy is what I know about pregnancy is in my country. In my country, some people get pregnant by sexual abuse, and then once they have their baby, they have no money to adopt their baby. So they think so the only choice they have is they throw away the baby, and if the baby is lucky, someone may adopt him, otherwise he's likely to die. And inappropriate child or child sexual activity touching is children may not tell you that they have been sexual abuse. Instead, you may notice signs include like physical signs or changing their behavior or emotional like crying or stressing.
Power imbalance between the abuser and the victim of sexual abuse. Power imbalance that characterises affected by sexual abuse. The abuser uses power to control, to demand, and to abuse the victim so they are scared, which results in constantly going into fight or flight mode. This also leaves the abuser with a position of power and total authority to take the victim and use them as a puppet. The victim has no power, but when the victim tries to take any power or control, the abuser lashes out, only to leave the victim completely powerless. For example, a stepfather and stepdaughter, or an uncle or a niece.
I'm going to talk about the potential long-term effects of sexual abuse. For example, distress may be someone who is feeling sad or unhappy. Also, someone who is worrying too much about what will happen in the future. Maybe suffering from anxiety. Remember how anxious we were about COVID-19. Also, eating disorders. Someone who has put on weight or has less weight may have eating disorders. Another effect may be relationship problems. For example, in a family, a teenager may no longer trust their parent or teacher because of sexual abuse. These things may happen after sexual abuse.
So, how support worker respond to a victim of sexual abuse? We stay with the victims and we listen to, and we have acknowledged their disclosures through communication. We inform and discuss how they should do. And we can also record and report to our manager, supervisor, doctor, or counselor. We should respect privacy and keep confidential, whilst still upholding the victim's rights and maintain safe standards of practice. We prepare the YouTube link. Let's watch together. It doesn't work.
Help, what
How
do you
do
do,
you
teacher?
You can't, yeah, slide.
Just pause the video.
Go.
This is